Yes, well guys, today we'll be showing you how to cook the most perfect steak on the charcoal barbecue. This is a simple recipe, but when executed correctly, you'll have everyone talking about it.
To go with it, we're going to be making our own garlic butter to baste with throughout the cook. And to accompany our steaks, we've got beautiful surf and turf lobster tails. The first thing you need to do is select some good quality steak. We're using ribeyes with the bone still attached.
As you can see, our steaks are cut nice and thick, and they all weigh around 500 grams. We're not going to season these steaks yet. We're going to do that just before they go onto the barbecue. Let's start preparing the lobster tails.
The first thing that we do is take some scissors and cut straight down the middle of the shell until we get to the fin. It is a tough cut. If you use some good quality scissors, it will do the trick. We're gonna run our fingers down between the meat and the shell just to peel it back a little bit. We wanna be able to pull the meat out and lay it on top of the shell so it looks really nice. Now it's time to start our garlic butter. The first thing I wanna do is grab ourselves a pan and place it onto a medium heat. We start off by adding 250 grams of unsalted butter and slowly getting it to melt. Now we're going to crush and add in 5 garlic cloves. So we've got it in our mincer and we're going to slowly press it through. Now that the garlic and the butter have mixed well together, we're going to go ahead and add in a bunch of fresh rosemary. We're going to drop this inside. We're going to mix this through together. We've now got our heat off. We're going to let it sit and allow all the flavours to infuse. Now let's get started lighting up the barbecue.
Today, unlike other cooks, we're going to be using beautiful bits of wood. We've got a pile of twigs here at the bottom, and in the middle we've got a bunch of cotton wool. Soak our cotton wool with methylated spirit. Then we're going to start laying our large bits of timber over the top and creating a bit of a teepee. We light a match to ignite our cotton balls. These will set light to our twigs, which will then get the larger logs burning. Like always, the reason we use the methylated spirits is because it gives us a clean burn that we're after and leaves no nasty residue.
As the logs burn, you can add more timbers on top and they'll catch alight very easily. Then you can move everything around to get it just right for your cook. To create the charcoal-like pieces, you can hit out your logs if you want them to be smaller pieces, just like we have here today.
Now, depending on the size and shape of your barbecue and also the amount of food you're going to be cooking, everyone's cooking station is going to look a little different. You just have to work out what is right for your cook. Once everything is in place and we're happy with our cooking station, we slide our grill plate onto the barbecue.
All right, so we've got our timber / charcoal ready to go. Obviously our timbers turned to charcoal, and what we're cooking with is a completely uneven heat. We've got extremely hot on one side and it tapers down and cools off on this side of the bed. All right guys, the fire's ready. We're about to start cooking, but before we do, we need to start to season our steaks.
We season the meat just before we put it on the grill. We do this as the salt will draw moisture to the surface,
And it makes it a lot harder to brown.
The first thing that we're going to do is apply a little bit of olive oil. We're going to rub it around both sides of the steak so that the salt and pepper mix will stick. Once the olive oil is applied, we're going to season it with some good quality sea salt. You can season it to your liking. We're going to give it a generous amount of sea salt just because our butter is unsalted. Now we've finished the salt, we're going to apply some pepper. Again, you apply it to your liking, but we'll do it evenly throughout the steak. Now let's get cooking.
So we start off by placing the steaks right over the fire. You can see how intense the heat is by the smoke that's coming off the sides of the steak as Anthony moves them onto and around the grill plate. We're going to sit the steaks over this high heat for a total of 8 minutes, 4 minutes on each side. But every 2 minutes, we're going to change the position of steak just to get even grill lines. So the first 2 minutes have passed and Anthony's going to turn them sideways. We'll now let them sit in this position for another 2 minutes. Now it's been 4 minutes on one side. It's time to flip the steaks over. These look killer. Have a look at that beautiful crust. Now that's exactly what we want them to look like. Now we'll repeat this again on the other side for another 4 minutes in total. Now it's been 4 minutes. Now these are still completely rare. What we're going to do now is move the grate over. So Anthony's just slid it over with the tongs and we're pulling it down to a cooler part of the barbecue. That is absolutely mental. Now this is still hot, but it obviously doesn't have the same temperature as we did over here, the intensity of the wood logs burning.
Alright guys, now that we've seared it, we're going to start basting our steaks. We don't baste it when we're on high heat, as the fire will flare up and it will burn the butter. We're gonna flip it every minute and we're gonna baste it every rotate just to keep the meat moist. A rare steak is cooked on a very high heat. It gives it a nice crust, but the heat doesn't need to penetrate deep. With medium rare like we're cooking, we'll pull it to the lower side of the grill and bring it up nice and slowly. And if you want it well done, pull it to an even cooler side of the grill just to slowly bring it up.
Something that we learned from MasterChef Robert De Grande is that you're not sealing in the juices when you're cooking at the start over the high heat. What you're doing is driving the juices inwards towards the middle of the steak. Like water and juice will always move into the opposite direction of the heat. So we're bringing it inwards to the center, not actually sealing it in. We're driving it towards the middle. What we're aiming for is medium rare, which means we want the steak to sit between 50 and 60 degrees Celsius. Once it hits an internal of 50 degrees, we'll take it off the barbecue as we expect it to rise in temperature a few degrees while it's resting. Temperature check.
Always aiming for the center of the steak.
That's right, listen to the chef. What are we looking at, Ant?
42.
Cruising it into medium rare.
Nico. It is that juicy, it's not funny. Nico.
That's
This
mental.
steak is just next level.
And guys, look, the charcoal, the fire that we've got, the intensity is still amazing. We could cook, realistically, 15, 20 steaks if we wanted to with the amount of wood that we've used. How are we looking, chef?
50 degrees on the dot, that's ready, Nico.
15 and a half minutes. We expect it to rise just a little bit when it comes off. So we're going to remove this from the barbecue. Have a look at that. Time to cover these up and let them rest for 10 minutes while we cook the lobster tail. Anth?
Bloody beautiful, mate.
Now we've just put it onto the barbecue. So Anth, what kind of heat are we cooking these lobster tails on?
We're looking for medium to high heat. We're gonna let it come up to 60 degrees. It hasn't come off exactly 60. Anything more, then it's gonna become too chewy. Up until now, we haven't seasoned the lobster tail at all or basted it. We're gonna just start by slowly adding a little bit of salt. And of course, a little bit of pepper. 2 minutes into it and we're gonna apply some butter to it. We're applying butter to keep it nice and moist.
And give it a flavour that's going to buzz you.
Now it's our second baste. Just getting it all over, keeping it nice and moist.
So we're 5 minutes in and we're going to give it a quick temperature check. We want to pop this just into the middle. And what are we looking at? We're 30 degrees. Check the other one. 28, 30. We want a nice even cook. Now we're going to flip them upside down just to char them up and give them a nice colour on the other side. We'll baste it on the other side as well to let all the flavours seep right through. So after a good minute on the back, we're going to flip him back around onto its shell. As you can see, we've got a nice little char here running front to back. Also helps the flavour kick right through it. The smoke penetrates straight through the meat. And Anthony's going to hit it up with another base. So guys, they're searing now at exactly 60 degrees. You need to take them off at this point and let's go eat our steaks.
The cook's done and now the steak's finished resting. It's time to cut them.
So, come down here and have a look. Have a look how juicy this is. Look, we'll just press this down.
Yeah, look.
You can see it bouncing right back. There isn't too much resistance. Now, Anth, do you want to do the first cut?
Let's have a look. Oh, Nick, look at that steak.
Push down on that. Let's have a look.
Nico.
Look at the juices. Oh my God.
Oh, Nico, let's slice it up. Alright. Time to put some salt. Let's test them out.
You do the honours there.
Go add like one piece off.
Alright.
Look at that, that's just melting.
That's melted on my tongue. I took one bite out of that and it's gone. There.
That's unreal.
Now, we're going to cut through this lobster tail. Let's bring that in and show you what it looks like.
Oh my
goodness.
Put a bit of salt.
Let's cut through this.
Look how soft it is.
That's why it's very important, guys, to make sure this comes off at exactly 60 degrees.
We don't want to get tough. Beautiful.
All right. I'm gonna have a piece with the steak.
The steak too.
Look. What do you reckon?
If you want to be a manga,
You've honestly got to cook like a manga. What do you reckon?
this meat's made for kings, mate.